This is huge.
Jack, king, or ace.
A fish hook.
A queen or a 10 would give him more outs.
Every time you
There it is. Bullet on the turn. This could be the end for Kim Kristofta. Only 2 8s in the deck for him
Down
now.
to the snowman.
Oh, I thought it was it. I thought it was
He's
it.
got the black ones. How could you think of it?
Well, that's the last time Kim Kristofta
King.
plays in this tournament. And it's only about an even money shot that it is. He's given a hell of an account of himself, hasn't he?
He's very proud of the way he played, as will all
All
of
right.
Denmark.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Where on earth
Keep
did you pick
walking.
them up from?
Well, Kim, you really, I mean, you played a great game out there. Were you proud of the way you handled yourself?
It's all about winning. So when you're out, actually, you cannot be proud. You're in there for winning the game. So when you're out, it's second
you got
best.
very short stacked. I think you only had about 11,000, and then you built yourself back up to over 60. It was very aggressive. It was almost textbook there.
Yeah, I have a good teacher there in our team. So. They taught me some of the moves there, but of course also you have to play the cards as they are. But it was turning a little around, so I was hoping to catch up, but it didn't stay all the way.
3 players left, and obviously, Parg, if Kim Kristofta wins that toss against Kenneth James, Denmark in very strong shape. But it's pretty evenly matched here. I mean, Theo Jurgensen has nearly half the chips, even though he's 2-1 down.
Yeah, but you'd have to imagine it's better to have 2 pros there with chips than
Raised
one.
12,000.
And if the short stack has the boots, then it's an even better spot. If Theo Jurgensen gets tricky here, Parg, he could, by doubling up Mike Sexton, it might be the worst news for him.
Well, he has come over the top of Mike a few hands ago when Mike raised, and Theo re-raised him with a pair of 10s, and Mike wasn't able to call, so this might encourage Theo to raise whatever Mike has.
He raised to 60,000.
Well, this is going to be all in. That's exactly what's happened.
The first time I ever guessed what Theo was going to do. Got it anyway close.
Well, I would say, as far as the percentages are concerned,
Pass.
Denmark all of a sudden in trouble.
He raised all in.
All right, partner.
Theo's in much worse
All right
shape than
so
he would
far.
have expected.
Well,
We're
Mike
all right
Sexton's
so
been
far. I
just
like-
given a
I like the
demonstration
sound
to
of that
some of the other players here that
like
if
the
you can
sound
hang
of it.
around in this
We're
game,
okay
all of
so
a sudden
far.
you got a chance of picking up a big hand, doubling up. And even though nothing's gone right for you for
A minor mistake.
The
30 or
bullets.
40 hands, you can be right back in the hunt.
Theo Jurgensen was taking the first opportunity to try and knock Mike Sexton out, but he's about 6-1 against here. And that's no help.
10, 5, 6.
Sexton about to double up.
Not planned.
Runner. Still a possibility.
The deuce.
10.
Not anymore.
Yes.
And with
Not,
100...
not often you see Mike Sexton having a pot one before the river.
That was also the last time at this level.
You know, interestingly enough, Parg, this 140,000 that Mike Sexton
I'm
has,
gonna change that
I think
day
this
up.
may now be his highest chip total since
No
the start of the
whistle this
tournament.
time, Marty.
Yeah.
Don't
Well, you know,
encourage
Mike's got the strategy of these worked out absolutely perfectly.
him.
I
Don't
mean,
encourage him, partner.
this is the 3rd time in a row we've seen him get into a nice position. Like, nothing's gone right for him for 40 hands. He's just sat there, exercised a little bit of patience, played his game, and now he's back in with 140,000. And he's just gone favourite to lead America to victory.
Well, the best tip I could give you, I believe that most amateurs play too many hands. And they also call their money off too much. You know, when I say call their money off, they just check and call when their opponent bets. You know, in poker, you don't want to be what we call a calling station. Just remember this. Basically, in poker, bettors are winners, callers are losers. So remember, be the aggressor, initiate the action. You'll do better when it comes to playing poker.
This little ace piece there. Ace lady.
Been raised up to 14,000 total. Pass.
6 plus 8.
I'm sure Theo's probably thinking that Ken is the guy that he wants to play a pot with now. But Kenna might be more prepared to gamble
4,
with him.
7, 5.
Straight draw for Theo.
Check.
Kenna James still leading.
Check. Bet checked. 5.
Let's change nothing. Theo took a pot away from Mike Sexton. Similar spot. So no, I don't think it's going to be as easy.
No. It just wasn't going to happen, was it?
Yeah, I mean,
Not
Kenna's,
in Kenneth. Oh, he's quite entitled to do this.
absolutely. He's got the best hand.
Got the best hand in it. He's got the best hand and he knows it. Or at least strongly suspects it. And we've seen Theo be able to back off in these spots. You know, if you're going to be playing this aggressive kind of game, it's a little bit of judgment comes into it, and it's the decisions you make roundabout now. You're going to decide what kind of year you're going to have.
Well, it's going to have to be a big bet if he wants to back off Kenna James.
60,000.
I don't know if that's big enough, Parg. It's big.
It's huge. It's a hell of a bet. Look at this.
This would be a great call.
Here's what he's made the call on the turn.
He's got a chance to be a hero or a goat. The great players make the great decisions.
You know, it's probably going through Kenna's mind that if he does get this one wrong, that he's handed the chip lead back to Theo or to Denmark.
What do you think Mike Sexton wants him to do?
Be right. I think Mike wants him to raise on the turn. Well, this is enormous.
You have to.
And he's so close to making it. I
Oh,
mean,
he
this
is. Oh, he
you know,
is.
look at
Well, I mean, you know, he kind of looked like he knew it, the turn, but that 10 might have really put a wrinkle in it, Parg. Is it preying on his mind, that 10?
no. I think if he thought the 10 had hit Theo, Theo would be just more than happy to check.
Mad Marty has called the clock on Kenna James. There's 10 seconds or his hand will be dead.
Oh, the whole tournament could be on
5,
this.
4, 3.
And it's
2,
he's so close one way or the other.
Dead.
His hand's dead! Denmark has gotten that hand through. It was a bluff, Parg. And, I mean, he really, really, really felt it, Kenna James. But Theo Jurgensen, what guts it took to make that bet, and wow.
I think that was a team pass.
Wow.
You know, Kenna may well have worked out what's going to happen if I'm right and what's going to happen if I'm wrong. He added the whole thing up and
Okay.
Is it my button?
and decided that in the interest of the team he had to pass. But you could tell that Kenna the player wanted to call.
Well, as you said,
Look, he said
Yeah.
he knows how close he was.
yeah, he's folded that hand, and Team USA still has 2-1 in men and half the chips in play, looking at the leaderboard. And if he had been wrong there, it almost would have been like giving a huge switch to Denmark.
Yeah, I think Kenna took one for the team there, Jesse. Well, good luck to him.
Yeah, well.
You know, we have been saying that his team play hasn't been great, you know, up until this
Yeah.
in the tournament, but that was a team
That
pass.
just shows how much he wants it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, but the first interview
Check
Kenna
this one
did
out.
over here, he was
Check
he said, you know, poker can be, that there's pride and there's money, and this one's about the pride. And you hear a lot of bull these days when guys are being interviewed, but I believe this one.
Yeah.
He's proud of that jersey.
I'll tell you what, he
Jack. 4.
might have
Jack.
made the wrong decision, but he's been rewarded here. He may get some chips off Theo Jurgensen here.
Well, you're normally with a good chance against Theo because he's one of the benefits of getting a hand against Theo is you do get some chips. But the flip side to that is if you don't hit the flop, you're not going to get it checked down to you.
I'll tell you what, if Kenna can make a big pot here with the 3 jacks against Theo, who's, I think he's drawn dead at this stage. Just something like running 4s. And, oh,
Six.
Kenna's made a full house.
That'll
Check.
stop the little flutters in Kenna's heart.